All right, guys. Dun, dun, dun. I am back. I am back. Okay, so I think I'm on, but we will see if I'm on or not. Let's go. Oh, what a day! What a day! So I just got home from work, and long and behold, what happened? Roy and Kitty tweet again. 5 o'clock. I know. I just saw it. I was like, man, what's happening to the price? First, I saw the price, right? I was like, what's happening? And then there you go. What happened? So I don't know how to interpret this. It's a little doggy over here. It's waiting. And do you have any idea? I know. I saw it. Okay, let's go. So let's look at it. I'm sure there's some music over here, and yeah, let's watch it together. Let's see what's happening. What is he trying to tell us? We're going crazy over here. I know. I'm happy.
In your heart, believe what in my heart I know, that forevermore I'll wait for you. The clock will tick away the hours one by one, and then the time will come when all the waiting's done. The time when you return and find me here and run straight to my waiting arms. If it takes forever, I will wait for you. For 1,000 summers, I will wait for you.
Okay. More waiting, maybe? I don't know. That's somebody already said it, right? I don't know how to interpret this. This is just for fun, obviously. I'm sure, Roy and Kitty is waiting as well for the same thing. But if I have to interpret it, I really think that he's trying to say we're waiting on Ryan Cohen or the announcement or something, right? To really send this stock to where it should be. But currently, I'm sure it's just, the trading shenanigans. I saw how it was traded today, and it seems like it's being pinned to a certain price level. So not much there, you guys. I don't know. I don't want to, tinfoil hat too much here because I don't know. I mean, it's up to anyone to interpret it as you want, as you wish. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents there. It's a pleasant surprise, actually, because I didn't really, expect him to, tweet today. So tomorrow is going to be crazy. IV is going to be high. I had some call a couple days ago. I haven't closed it yet. I was waiting on a couple more weeks to do that because I bought April call. So I gave myself some times for that. So tomorrow, full disclosure, I might sell some. I might sell some if it's enticing. Of course, IV is going to be high tomorrow for sure. And depends on where the price is going to go, right? So, okay. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know why I'm out of breath today. Just out of excitement. Let me drink some water real quick. All right. GME announcements coming. Okay, we hold. Of course. That's always Okay, Moran's thing, they buy TikTok. Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. Let's see. We will hold until the end. Carter. Yes, of course. I think again, like people are gonna go crazy on the on all of the what does this mean? The pizza and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have so much fun, but of course, like people are like, say more asses. And then they have this one. It's so funny. I mean, I love the creativity. Of course, this the pumping, roaring, or roar coin or whatever makes no freaking sense. Has nothing to do with. Okay, so this is another interpretation here. Who is Greg's dad? People just. Oh my god. Okay, financial market was poised to be reopened after. Okay. With the investor cautiously optimistic about the absence of significant Y2K disruption. It's a long read, you guys. This is a long read for me, so I'm not gonna read it. But yeah, if you guys wanna go and take a stab at it, go ahead. But again, look, people are gonna come up with different theories and all that stuff, but none of that has nothing to do with the whole actual, fundamental of the company. So be careful, if you're enthusiastic about it. Don't get me wrong, whenever Roaring Kitty comes back, I'm a big fan, obviously. So it's gonna be exciting for what's to come. But of course, just continue to do what you do best on your investment. If you think it's going to go higher, just be careful too. Like if you're an investor in this company, right? And you buy on one of these days when all the hype is there, just be careful. Like there might be a risk on the downside and, you're not intended to, just like how it was happening over here when people are buying up in the 60 and then it dropped down immediately. You're not going to have time to react to that. And of course, people are going to feel like they're losing money and all that stuff. Don't do it, The best way to do it is how we've been doing it, how Marantz has been doing it, which is dollar cost average. Just, stash it away. You could do it every day. You could do it every week. You could do it every month. You could do it every 6 months, right? Just as long as you're consistently adding into the companies that you think it's going to go to do well in the future. That's the only best way to know how to do, all of, investing in your whole life, right? But hold on 1 second. Anyway, my dog's going crazy. Yes, so that's for sure. Is he on right now? Today? Right now? Is that why I'm not having interaction? No, just kidding. Oh my god. So I think it was on early in the morning. I did see some of the show. I was at work at the time. I was kind of busy. But yeah, I'll rewatch Marantz stream too. Hi Anthony, what's up? What do you think about Roaring Kitty tweet today? But I mean, let's talk about the price action real quick because I haven't been on for a couple of days. Been kind of I guess under the weather. I mean, the price action is a bit depressing to me. It's like, what the hell? Why is this down today? Just kidding. So when I look at the price action, of course, it's like predictable, right? I thought we were gonna go higher. I'm always getting the price action wrong for some reason. Of course, you know, I've been talking about the Wyckoff theory and all that stuff, but it never comes to fruition. And again, this is the testament of like TA. Sometimes it doesn't work, you know? And so you gotta come up with a different plan if you want to trade this thing. So, but again, I saw somebody draw a cup and handle over here now. So the rim of the cup is over here now. And so again, you could just keep doing that. Same exact thing. So perhaps this is the real cup and handle, you know? Look, look. I'm trying to draw a beautiful one over here. Okay. There we go. There we go. So you could just do that endlessly, like until you get it right. So those are the TA. I didn't know that. Yeah, he did tweet. I know. Like on what is it? 5 o'clock when Robin Hood traded and see what happened. Boom. And look at this, like 5 minutes before he tweet too. It's almost like they know, right? What's happening? It's so funny. Or they already plan to cover some of their short today, after hours. Who knows? Ramping it up. That's all speculation, you guys. You know, I'm sure, you know, with the tweet, you know, what he might be trying to say is that he's still waiting for, you know, them to cover. And he will wait until the end of time. Until that happens, right? I mean, listen to the song. I'm sure he's waiting just like the rest of us. Yeah. That's just my interpretation, I guess. Like, again, if you're what is it, a decoder, you might have a better decoding than me. He posted a dog in his okay. Yeah, I mean, he posted a dog. Is he back on Chewy? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, take it as at its face value. You know, the dog is waiting for its owner, and getting depressed over time. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's tough to, you know, speak on it because I'm not him. So unless he comes out and say, "Hey, this is what I mean," then we'll know. So that's what the MM will say. What is MM? I don't know. For me, the tweet doesn't matter. Of course, of course. Again, like this is for fun, right? I really think I mean, trolling for sure, you know, the media or the algorithm that is based on his tweet. Like anytime he tweets, look what happened. The algorithm just picks it up like crazy and then it mess it up, right? And so if the trading is happening on the computer, I'm sure they're gonna, you know, mess their whole algorithm up. And maybe that's the whole reason why he does it from time to time, just to mess the algorithm up so that, you know, it's unexpected. And so now they have to, you know, do something to their positioning. Yeah, who knows? I'm just speculating like anyone else. I don't want to be, you know, somebody who like claim to know everything, every move, every aspect of this company or this stock and how it trades, right? Because you know, some people could fall praise into the price action too. And so, you know, he tweeted from time to time and it doesn't always result in a, you know, uptrend all the time here. So remember, he tweets over here, he tweets over here, right? And sometime in between here too, right? Let's see. When did he tweet? He tweet on the 1st. He tweet on Christmas. Yeah. So, again, in my opinion, perhaps, he's trying to mess up the algorithm. Let's go with that. Okay, cup and handle. Oh my god, yes. Why is that not a good cup and handle? Let me see. Yeah, Brad, I cannot attempt. Katsuyama, okay, said that if he had had an order to go and left it up, and the price would change significantly. Okay. He was the event. Not quite sure if I understand that, Carter. If he had an order ready to go and left it up, the price would change significantly. Yeah, I think the algorithm is already, kind of priced in or wanting to, draw the price down, in order for people to chase it. I think that's what you mean by that. It's like it wouldn't catch your order. IEX CEO said his order would change the price significantly. Oh, I see. So anytime you place an order, the price would be dynamically changed according to your orders, based on whatever algorithm they use, right? Because it's illiquid, technically. Remember, the SEC, Gary Gensler? That is not in the former Gary Gensler. He was saying that 95% is in the dark pool. Retail order. 95%. So that 5% only, rerouted into the dark, the lit market. Only 5%. So that is bad. I'm sure, it's the same for every other stock that is on yeah. Anyway. Because again, what's up? What do you think about the tweet? I'm gonna, I don't know. I feel excited, but we'll see. But he didn't come back and the dog dies. Oh no! No more ass, you guys. Oh my god, the dog died. I know. You could interpret it any time, or any way you wanted to. You could interpret that to mean no more ass. That's fine too. The company's gonna do well. It's okay. Company doesn't need more ass. All right. But yeah, that's sad. Fry did come back. Oh, okay. See, I don't watch the. Is this from a popular cartoon or something? Very bad at pop culture, you guys. Very bad. I don't grow up. Fry did come back. Got older and lost his hair on a fire. Okay. I'm sure, you're going to have so much fun reading on all of this crazy theory here. But again, so this is why, this community just look at this. What the hell is this? It's so much fun, you guys. Like, if anything, if you don't get any, money out of the stock, at least have some fun over here. With the memes and everything. Okay, Fox 11 Y2K. What does that mean? Okay, let's see. Meaning. Was Fry's dog who was loyal and faithful. Okay, Fry's found the hungry dog. Okay, on the street of Old New York. I don't know what this means, you guys. Oh my goodness. Terrible. Yeah, people are gonna decipher it and trying to, come up with the most. Look at this, like they're pumping, coins, and that has nothing to do with anything. I wonder what he's waiting for. Yeah. Okay. I love this cat. Anyway, I'm just having fun, you guys. Sorry. Okay, so let's get to the substance of this show here. Of course, like I didn't have anything planned, you guys. Coming here, I was just like I saw Rowan Kitty here, over here. But now I'm not trying to fear monger or anything like that. Okay, so of course, with Trump's coming in as a new president, there's a new renewal faith in the stock market. But think about this, okay? Because we've been kind of like cruising along for 4 years without any hiccup. There might still be a crash coming in terms of like price in the stock market. Remember, we were still expensive, okay? Everything is still expensive here, including the price of the security the S&P 500. And so nothing's changed quite yet, But you see some signs of relief a little bit because the dollar went down in value, the DRX. What is it called? Let me see. I didn't look at it. DXY. Okay, so it went down in value a little bit, right? In terms of percentage. And typically when the dollar went down, dollar go chase the equity. Okay, so unless you see a roaring back to the upside. Okay, so bonds has been going lower in rate as well. So you could see a lot of diversion here. And Trump has been, saying that the dollar is going higher too, because the last time he was in here as well, last election, his first term, the minute he got in, he said that the dollar went too high. And so, I mean, you could kind of like predict that, this time around it's going to be the same. So he wanted the dollar to go down, right? He wanted the rate to go lower. And so that's going to, cause some chaos a little bit. Is it going to be a full-fledged panic? I don't think so. But it's going to, if the Federal Reserve decided to raise rate in because again, when they do that, usually they follow the 2-year yield. So what happened if they are, lowering or at least keep the rate the same or lower it at the same rate over here, maybe? But then if the market comes back and kind of predict a higher inflation because of the bond market, that could cause some, some concern over here. But again, you guys, like I don't want people to make any rash decision based on their portfolio because of what is happening over here. Remember, Peter Lynch, famously said, if you're trying to figure out what the Fed is doing, interest rate, it's too complicated, right? If you invest in a company that makes money, just focus on that. That's it, right? The fundamental of the company will catch up to the price eventually. Just focus on when to buy, right? And what companies you're going to buy into. Know what you buy. And so all of these interest rate, the bonds rate, and all that stuff will fix itself, right? So, that's what Peter Lynch says, so I'm just going to follow that. So that's why, my portfolio is all in shares and mainly GME. Right now I have XRP and all that stuff too, but that's a little bit different demographics. But, if you have crypto, just make sure that you have the right one. It's easy for me to say, right? Because it's like, how do you know which one is the right one? How do I know which one is the right one? Well, I don't. But based on my research and all that stuff, and that's what I go by. I trust myself the most because, and you should too. You should trust yourself the most. So make sure any information that you see about this stock and, yes, Warren Kitty come back and people are getting excited. Just to be careful, right? Don't be YOLOing and trying to copy his trade and all that stuff. You're not him. So you won't be able to capture the maximum amount of IV call or IV, spike, just like he does. So, yeah, it's always fun to get that right. And if you're in the green, obviously you're gonna feel like you're the smartest person. But all in all, just stay focused. In my opinion, this company has been doing well already fundamentally. We don't need Roaring Kitty. We don't need the tweets and all that stuff to make us feel, or at least I'll speak for myself. I don't need the tweet to tell me that this company is doing the best that they can, and is setting up to do better, bigger and better things, You've seen a lot of posts from the Sultan person, from Twitter. I'm sure you've seen one of these. The one, FIFA or something? Let me see. The Sultan. Yeah, this guy. He tweeted again something related to GameStop. Okay, and then he's meeting up with all of these like business people, right? He reposted this, so that's encouraging, right? There's more investment into America, as if we need that. OpenAI, I don't like this guy for some reason. I don't feel good about that, but I don't know. It's just my own opinion here. Let's see. So, World Cup, my speculation is only my speculation, right? Is there any synergy with GameStop, right? He's asking whether the FIFA World Cup have any synergy with GameStop. So they're trying to find ways to, increase revenue here. And, FIFA is like a football sport, right? Soccer? Yeah. FIFA. Like sport, e-sport, perhaps, right? Or maybe we are buying a team, sport team. I mean, that would be a far-fetched from reality. And the fact that we have a trading cards, perhaps we could like go in that route, to mint our own trading card that, sport related all over the world. It wouldn't be far-fetched, you guys, to kind of like partner up with FIFA and then get the ability to photograph one of those incredible players in order to put it on the trading card. And then people could collect those, sell it as an exclusive, just GameStop only. I mean, come on, look at that. The possibility is endless in this thing, you guys. Come on, my mind's going crazy right now, so don't get me started. Okay, what exactly GME should be worth right now? I can't even read, you guys. How do we do the math? Okay, so I wouldn't be the arbiter of what I think GME is. Of course, it's all speculation, right? But if I have to speculate on the price, the worth of GME, I would place it at $1 trillion. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, let's bring me back down to earth. Okay, all right. So how do I determine that? There's a couple things. Now, of course, I learned this from Moran's. Okay, so go watch Moran's and watch it over and over again. But the best thing that you could do is the value that comes. Shareholder equity. Okay, so if you look at the shareholder equity right now, what is it? So you go to GameStop, right? And then you go to finance. And then you go to shareholder equity. Oops. Sorry, you guys. What's happening to my throat over here? Okay, so shareholder equity right now is at a gazillions of dollars. Okay, so how do you value this? So currently, if GME were to file for bankruptcy tomorrow, okay, you as a shareholder will get 4.4, would get this much, $4.8 billion. Okay, so if you divided that by the share, you would get about $10 per share right here. This is the value, $10.75 per share. Right now, the way I see it is that any company that is in retail right now is traded about 5x this amount. So you could say, okay, GME is only worth $10. That's what, all of these analysts are telling you that GME is worth. So they are telling you that GME is only worth the amount of cash they have. Does that make any sense to you? To me, it doesn't make sense because they could use that cash to do whatever they need to do to grow in the future. So now it's about speculating about what can they do for you in the future. You don't, evaluate a company's worth based on the cash amount. No, because that's cash. Cash has potential, right? Or it could have the potential to go down as well, if it's mismanaged by the leadership, like Adam Aaron, for example, right? So it doesn't matter if he has $10 billion, what he's going to do with it. That 10 billion is probably waste on something, right? That it doesn't amount to anything. So how do you evaluate it? Well, how do you do the math? The math is right here in front of you. If you think that GME is only worth $10, then wait until you see $10, then buy it, right? Now, the company's worth is not just cash. In my opinion, it has, a life of its own. You could say, well, there's a lot of investor over here. That's why people usually only look, well, some people anyway, look for, institutional investor. Okay, look, if there's more institutional investor, you're going to be more likely to be like, okay, I agree with those people. Let me put money in that. There are people who would avoid this like a plague because they see, hey, there's not much institution in here. And again, this is the dilemma that GameStop is having, which is your opportunity to buy in, because not many people recognize that GME has been doing well yet. Currently, if you go down to the street right now, you would see, or you would hear people, oh, GameStop is going bankrupt. Like, why are you buying this? Right? I guarantee you, every single one that you might meet one person that would say, oh, yeah, I own GameStop, and then you'll be happy about it, right? But that's very rare. And so that's the opportunity for me. I mean, I seek companies like this. And Peter Lynch also talks about that too. If you could find a company that the institution hasn't gotten in yet, you hit the jackpot. Right? And of course, you have to, determine whether the leadership is good and all that stuff too, and whether the industries can survive the downturn. And he talked about the cash position too. You have to make sure that in the turnaround stage, that the company have at least 1 to 2 years worth of cash, to survive, the downturn. And if they do that, then yeah, you've got a good company that, potentially all the institutions going to agree with you. And when they come in, that's when you make the most money. Now, if you find a company that is oversaturated by institutional ownership already, usually you probably could earn 2x, and then that's it. I mean, how much more can they blow it up? Because again, institutions have a handcuff effect, right? They only agree with their own people, and if their own people don't agree with, it's a network effect type thing. So that's one other value that you could, attach to GameStop value. To me, GameStop is still undervalued because again, like not many institution has been in it yet. Let's see what else. And then you could place it on sentiment, right? People's sentiment, like you and I, like when you buy into the company, are you a long-term investor? Like typically people avoid, the institution, avoid stocks that has so many retail investor in it because they know that retail will most likely to sell in the short term, right? And so if retail are antsy and then they're just buying and selling and buying and selling, they have no stability in that stock, right? But the best volatility is what gives you the highest reward too. And so, institutions don't really like that type of stocks. And again, when institution doesn't have that ability to invest in the stock that would fluctuate, 10% a day, that's your opportunity too if you see it, if you do it the right way, right? So that's another one. What else? And then you have now Roaring Kitty, right? That's another factor too that people don't, it's like, and again, this is why I love GameStop, you guys. Like this is exactly it because it has so many layers. There's so many layers that you don't even know how to evaluate the company. And then on top of that, you have institutions that are shorting those. So how many stuff did I mention already? First, fundamental, right? That's always important because that is the catalyst that will cause people to rethink what this company has been doing, right? Because again, it used to be we are gonna go bankrupt. It used to be they're burning cash, right? It used to be they're not growing, they're closing store, right? They're not profitable. What else? Oh, the core business doesn't make money. I don't care how much interest that they got from the cash position, right? Oh, Ryan Cohen doesn't do what is it? What is that? Brian Susie said. Oh, it's a fundamentally fail, at turning around this company. That was like 9 months ago. And again, those type of like sentiment also factor in as well. How many people are shorting this thing, including retail? Retail are shorting this thing too, thinking that, the institution are right about this company. So you have a lot of pressure from everywhere here. But that pressure is going to build up to, something big. And again, that's what we're waiting for here too. But again, even without all of those pressure, without all of those negative, sentiment, leadership has been doing everything they can, to build a legacy business. And so if you don't realize that, then, the value, it's what you make it, But for me, as if for now, I'm willing to pay for $50. At anything under $50, it's fair game to me. Okay, $50 and above, yeah, I might not add more. I might add a little bit or less than. I have a plan already. Okay, and so why 50? Because it's 5 times its book value. Well, technically, it's not really 50 because it's like, what, 10? Let me do the math real quick here. Maybe I should up my price here. Hold on. 1075 times 5. What is that? There you go, $53. I went with 50. Let's round it up. Make it easy math. So, yeah. So that's what I would go about. Kind of like do the math. And that's the math that makes sense to me because, again, I can't use the earnings per share because earnings per share is a bit skewed at the moment. You could use earnings per share as your, anchor. But like I said, they are trying to kind of calibrate on what they could sell and all that stuff. So it was in the process of turning around. So it's a bit unfair to use earning per share at the moment because earnings per share used to be negative and non-existent. I mean, it used to say NA. So now we're coming back into the positive. And so you have to give them at least a full fiscal year for you to reevaluate this business as something. So you could still wait. I mean, I'm not saying, it's going to go to $1 gazillion tomorrow, unless they are, these shorters, people are shorting this company, come to the realization that this company is not going to go down in price or whatever. So even with this 8% short float, these people are going to have to buy, a whole bunch of shares here. And as you know, I don't know how long have you been in this company for, or trading it, or trading it, buying into this company. Anytime you see any volume coming in, the price goes up, right? And it goes up by a lot. So, look, lots of volume, boom, right? Explosion. Lots of volume, boom, explosion. That's why it takes them so long, for them to close their position here. Again, this is just reported. We don't know what is hidden behind closed door here. And again, it would be just me speculating. But even with this 8%, it's going to send the price higher. How high? I just don't know. Really, would be me speculating. So I'm just trying to stay tame as much as possible, so people don't, become over enthusiastic about this company in the short term. Long term, of course, easily 50x, in my opinion, like in 100 years though. 100 year. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It could be within 20 years. I think that could be a place. I mean, they could launch a rocket business too. Like with $4 billion, you could do that, right? In space, or in the universe. What is it? Metaverse. I don't know. I'm just playing with you guys. Hi Sharon, what's up? What's up? Hey, C12. Okay, Fry went to the past and got his dog. Okay, and Bender and what? Bender went after him in the past and killed Fry dog. What the heck is happening? Is this what the plot of the story is? That's crazy. Man, it's a lot of twists to the story here. But anyway, so I mean, again, the future of GameStop is really hard for me to evaluate the company based on the future, right? Of course, everything is all speculating here. But as if for now, like I said, $50 is pretty fair game to me, and so with that, it's pretty undervalued in my opinion. So why $50? Well, Best Buy is at. Let's look at Best Buy. E. Let me see. Okay, see, institutional ownership. That's why, again, it held stable, but 7% short. See, price to book ratio, it's about 5x. So, and why Best Buy? Well, it's the closest thing we sell to them, right? So even that metric is a bit skewed too, because again, we don't sell the same thing as them. We sell electronics, but we have PSA and the grading services, and dropshop.com or .live is partner up with them too. So there's so many things that we could kind of beat them on. But the competition is for sure is to get to the revenue of that high, right? Hey, that's a attainable goal here. Might take us 5 years, but we'll see. Net income, yes, that's what we wanted to get to there as well. But right now we're small. We're just starting up. But it's almost like you're buying into a startup companies right now with the killer balance sheets. GME triple digit tomorrow. Hey, I wouldn't be mad if that happened. Okay, I would not be mad if that happens. So don't get me wrong. Okay, so that's a good question, by the way, Anthony. Thank you so much for that. Because otherwise, I wouldn't know what to talk about. Because it's all speculation here, and I run the risk of being crazy thinking about the future of GameStop. Too rosy, according to most people. They're like, are you insane? GameStop is still, it's gonna make that much? Like, yeah, of course they do. Let's see. Jackie. Okay, hi. Yeah, I watched that guy. I mean, he screamed a lot. I usually, hate to hear a lot of stuff. But he had some good information. Sometimes, some good rant about tradings and all that stuff. But yeah, he's most likely short-term traders. And, I've been there, done that. Not gonna, waste my time on that at all. So look for the channel, get informed. Oh, okay, cool. Appreciate you coming in. Do you own GameStop? How long have you owned GameStop for? Let's see. If you want to find, I don't know, go to Moran's. Moran's Rants is a good informer of GameStop information. If you want to, and he's much more entertaining than me. So you get best of both worlds if you want to find information, correct information about GameStop. 4 years. Oh, wow. That's great. Good to know. Good to hear. That's a long-term investor. I came in about late in the game, so not quite 4 years. Let's see. When did I start I think 2022. No, before the split. I remember that. I got in before the split. So around here. I remember $60 a share. For sure. Okay, so yeah, the 21. And then I just dollar cost averaging down. So but anyway. How about AMC? Because I can. What you mean? How about AMC? AMC is down. Got that. I know. People want to talk about AMC. Look. Oh, okay, 70% down in the future. That's what I'm projecting. People are gonna be like, what the hell? Look, I don't know what's going on about AMC. AMC's already been kind of like, beaten down for so low. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna try to, make a price movement that mimic GameStop. Whether it's gonna squeeze, quote unquote, I don't know. Anything could happen, you guys, but there's a lot of gaps over here. So perhaps it's gonna try to fill that gap. And do with that information as you will, But believe it or not, there was some people, buys signal over here. So I wouldn't touch it. If I do, it's just going to be in and out quickly. It's not for a long term for me. So for those of you who wants to buy it, good luck. But I'm staying here. Much better. I might buy in tomorrow. Ooh, GameStop or AMC? Trusa? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you. I haven't seen you in here, so welcome. Let's see, what else? What else should I talk about, you guys? I mean, DXY went down a little bit. Trump's coming in, devaluing of the dollar again. Of course, there was an announcement that this Sultan here has been announcing a lot of AI stocks and all that stuff. That's why Nancy Pelosi make a trade. I don't know if you know about that. Of course, she's the best trader in the world, best investment of a lifetime. She bought into Nvidia. She bought into a whole bunch of AI stock, energy stock as well. So there you go. If you want to mimic her portfolio, you're probably a billionaire by now. So I don't see how it should be allowed that you have an information that none of us do, and they get to benefit from that. But yeah, a lot of like $3 trillion worth of investment. I don't know if this is from Oracle, I think. This is the guy, yeah, the CEO of Oracle. Yeah, it's going crazy again. But the point is that, everything is expensive at the moment. The AI stock, I don't know how much money they're going to make out of this. Is it going to be useful in the near future? I don't know. I mean, if they're spending their money this much already, it should make something, right? That's the expectation. But I don't think it's going to make that much money right away. You might have to stay in a loss for a long time for this company to even recoup $3 trillion. Come on. Like, that's ridiculous amount of money here. And so, yeah, how can you compete with that? Right? And people would say, well, how would GameStop be able to compete with those people? Well, we compete by not losing money. I think, by not burning cash. So if we're not burning cash and it's able to invest in a company that will yield more money than the treasury bill or whatever, or just use the money that we got from treasury bill, which is like what? Freaking $200 million a year. Yeah, just use that. And why can't we expand based on $200 million a year on, product development or whatever? What is it? I mean, even if they would just use this right here, interest from investment and income, $100 million every year used to expand the company without even losing the principal. Why would you want to use the principal to lose it in the market? Buy what? What do you want to buy? A company? Moran said it would, speculate they might be buying TikTok. That would be cool, right? Okay. $4 billion. That's cool. Bimo, did you see the what AMC documentary by Heiss of the No, I did not. It's good. Wait, it's good. It talks how Adam Aaron and YouTuber works together to to take credit from their own investor. Heiss of the century. I have not heard about that, but yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good assessment there. I truly feel that way. I watch a lot of CNBC, right? Lisa Ling is the one that interviewed Adam Aaron, during that time. And I've noticed that they are pushing Adam Aaron too. But the nail that the thing that kind of like clued me in was when Wetbush guy, I forgot his name now, Michael Pachter or whatever his name is. He said that Adam Aaron would have done a better job than AMC than Ryan Cohen. With that statement alone, I know that AMC was a plant. Because why would he mention it like that? He's trying to get, retail to get into AMC, thinking that it's the same as GME, right? Again, there's a lot of manipulation that people didn't realize until they really follow closely. And so that's why I don't, when people are like, this is the next meme stocks, I usually don't pay attention to that at all. And I implore you to not too, because if you're new to this, you're going to be like, this is GME 2.0. There's no GME 2.0, right? There's only one, and it hasn't finished yet, so. And it's still going, like Roy and Kitty is saying, we're waiting until the end of time over here, right? The new memes here. Let's see what's happening to the price action. Oh, it's coming down again. Shit. Oh well. Okay. Part 1 is good, but part 2 lost its message when they talk about naked shorting. Yeah. Huh. I have to check it out. Pretty interesting to watch. Okay, cool. GME. All right. But yeah, again, take this with a grain of salt, you guys. Don't get too, excited and, going YOLO and call options tomorrow. And if you're thinking about buying tomorrow, be careful, pace yourself. What if it drops down to $10 tomorrow? You never know, right? And like I said, if you really want to establish a position in this company, make sure you know what price you're willing to hold on to, what price you're going to be able to, let's say you buy it tomorrow at 29, right? Because the price goes up that real quick and then it drops back to 27, 25, 20. Are you willing to hold for that, right? And you have to think about this in the long term. You have to, because again, you could be wrong, and then you think you're gonna lose money. You think about how many people bought over here. When it gets over here, they sold for a loss, thinking, "Oh, Jimmy's done," or sold over here at 10, so they took a loss, thinking it's done, and then it just going back up again. But without knowing that over here, you get 50% equity over here, Over here, you get 50% equity. Over here now, you get about 40% equity. So if you buy up here, you get, I think, 20%, right? 10, yeah, 20%. If you buy at 100, you get 10% equity. So yeah, I mean, depends on how much equity of GameStop you want to hold on to. Yeah, make your choice accordingly. Don't burn yourself though. Like, if you buy call option, like, see, this is why you hear stories like, "Oh, I lose my life savings in GameStop runs." Like, how did you lose your life savings? I mean, GameStop hasn't gone bankrupt. How come? Well, because you buy into call option. It's like, come on. What is this? Miners are about to explode. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bitcoin miners, of course, if Bitcoins go higher, miners going to go higher too. But, that's on you. I wouldn't advocate people to buy into it if they don't understand it. So, I appreciate the feedback, but yeah, do your own research. Let's see. What else? I think that's all I have, you guys. I know I was watching this a little bit. Didn't finish the whole thing. But the gist of it is that the whole global economy is not doing well. Okay, people are, massive amount of layoffs and all that stuff. So just be careful. Just because the S&P 500 go higher doesn't mean that the economy, underlying economy, is doing well. We're still, under this uncertainty level. There's a lot of uncertainty that happens, with the tariffs coming and all that stuff. Everything has to be repriced. The stock market has a funny way of repricing things. Sometimes they just gap down real quick and then rocket back up, right? And so that's why, again, like I said a little bit before, be careful what you buying into. And so if you buy into something, how long are you willing to wait for it to play out into, play out in your thesis? If your thesis is right about the company, like GameStop, for example, how long will you wait? Are you going to wait forever until your owners come back to get you? So, like Ron Kitty here. I really think that's what he means, you guys. Like, I think he's waiting for GameStop to go just like the rest of us. So, and will he continue to hold and wait? I don't know. That's up to you. That's up to you to interpret this as you wish. So, all right, guys. I think I am kind of pooped out at the moment. I need to go and eat. I haven't eaten yet, so maybe that's why I'm a bit kind of low energy. I just wanted to kind of come out here quick and just make some video, talk to you guys, and appreciate the interaction here, you guys here too. All right, be safe, you guys. Be careful. Get excited.